Diaz live. Ike Diaz live. You're live. Ike Diaz. I got a special guest in the house. I told you I'd be back on today. We're gonna do it big today. We got some controversial stuff that we're gonna be getting into. Brother Brian's came over today, and he has some information he wants to talk about and bring to the table. We've been trying to get a live stream on with him, and we are gonna go live right now. We are officially live. Ike Diaz live. Brother Brian, we're going to talk about the Philly drug bust.
Okay.
That just happened. Brian's going to bring it to the table here for us and give us the information because I heard about it, but I thought it was along the lines of, the gold and silver are supposed to go through the roof right now. And I have a little bit of gold and silver, so I'm all excited right now. And I don't know if it's kind of like they're just putting that out there to get people all excited or what. But if it goes up really high, I'm selling.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about. Anyway, I was going to talk about the cocaine busts that are coming in. Is that I'm a '69 baby, and what's it called? Yeah, I was involved in a lot of drug usage and stuff with cocaine, crack, and methamphetamine. No cheese on the back and stuff like that, but that gave my mind away to it and everything. But anyway, I think cocaine is coming back in big time, huh? You had the Philly bust, and as for the Philly bust and the people that are listening, I think the Philadelphia cocaine bust that was there about 3-4 weeks ago. Then a little bit later, they had an oil refinery explosion. I would think that would be retaliation to the government or whoever busted them, busted the cocaine. That would be retaliation. I don't know if them profilers or whatever that's the thought or they just figured it was something like that, and I might be wrong. But the way it blew up, I figured that might be retaliation. Then they have the J.P. Morgan, the J.P. Morgan 20-ton cocaine bust, so that's pretty. It's more than one person. It's more than a group of individuals. It's actually, I guess what they would say in the Fed is premeditated conspiracy.
No, let's stay away from that word.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah, let's stay away from it. Let's stay away from it right now because that's an algorithm word. Vontae's in the chat. Vontae Wingate, she supports a lot, man. So say hello to Vontae. She's pretty cool.
Vontae,
yeah.
I
think she's from Chicago. Vontae, are you from Chicago? I think she is from. Brother Brian here. He's older than me. He's like 10 years older than me, but I think he's from Chicago. I mean, I know he's from Chicago. I think you're from Chicago. Thank you, Avante. Where are you from again? I forgot. I know you mentioned it before, but I can't remember where you said you were from.
Is she on there or no? I don't know how to do
No,
it.
she's saying, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Just
Oh, she's in Florida, dude.
Florida? I've been there. I've been there for what was it, the 2010 Super Bowl?
Oh, you were out there for the
It was the Colts. Yeah, I was. I think it was the Colts. I'm not sure that was playing.
The Colts and the Bears, maybe? Mm-hmm. I don't remember. That's a lot. 9 years ago.
I'm not real good at football.
Yeah,
my grades never did allow me to go play football.
So everybody who stops over, make sure you go over to Avante's page and support her, show the love. Rick Swain, what's going on, man? Thanks for. I got Brother Brian in the house. We're gonna talk about some stuff that's going on in the national media. I don't get really involved in that. I'm in the FE movement. You know what I'm saying? So, but my brother Brian, he knows a little bit more about this. And then I got some cargo has been seized. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, are you talking to me? I'm sorry about that.
No, I was talking. Rick's on here talking too.
Oh, okay. All right, Rick, how you doing?
Brother Brian said hello, Rick. I don't know if you got a chance to hear him. So Avante, you're having some problems with your phone?
It's hard to move around.
No, I think it's with her internet. Maybe it's the internet or something. I'm not sure. So he's gonna bring us up to date on everything that's going on, and then I'll read the article for you guys. Because there's an article on this too, guys, that they're about the shipments that got busted. So if you guys know anything about this too, you guys could add it to the conversation for us, because that'll be pretty cool if you guys know more information than even we do, because like I said, this is news to me. Brother Brian brought it to me and was like, let's do this broadcast, and we've been planning on doing our broadcast for a while, our live stream, but we just haven't had a chance because he's busy all the time. I'm busy, and we're putting it together now. So it happened in Philly. The original one happened in Philly. So explain to us exactly how it went down before I read the article.
Okay, well, pretty much, I just watch the news. I don't watch it too much, because it's pretty much all a bunch of negative stuff where somebody said this or whatever.
Yeah, bad stuff.
Just like Facebook is, and I try not to run my mouth on it either. But you end up, getting caught up in it. It's like bait in front of you all day long. You're like, oh fuck it, and then he grabs on something that you want, and you're like, oh okay, oh, my bad, sorry for swearing. I said, freak it.
Oh yeah,
anyway,
we don't cuss on the Ike Diaz show.
Sorry about that. I used to go to church anyway. But what's it called? What I'm saying is that the Philadelphia got busted with like 88 to 100 million in cocaine, and then now it's J.P. Morgan with 20 tons of cocaine, and then there was another one that just popped up on Facebook. I don't know if they're just throwing it out there, but like I said, we're back in the 80s.
Yeah, sounds like it. We got Dirt Red Gaming. He just popped in right now. Shout out to Dirt Red Gaming. We did his milestone last night, which did really good, except for YouTube trying to take away some of our abilities. So I'm trying to get that fixed up. We're still waiting on the approval for the monetization, but I know it'll go through because we did a really good show last night. So Dirt Red Gaming, this is Brother Brian. This is my older brother. He's 10 years older than me, but he got a lot of knowledge. He's from Chicago. We've been trying to get him on the air to do his broadcast. While he hasn't been on, how long has it been? A couple months since you've been on with me?
Yeah, I'm always just running around taking care of mom and dad. Mom and dad, they're all I have, plus my brothers and sisters. But pretty much about, like I said, we're talking about cocaine and drugs. They ruined my relationship with my family.
Yeah, so that's why he wanted to.
I still soldier on, and still show my mom and dad respect. Even though they kind of POSs in my life.
Yeah, Dirt Red Gamer said, he said hello, Brian.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, Brian, hometown, you from Chicago?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh, he's Dirt Red Gamer's from there. He moved to Florida. I forgot he is from there. Dirt Red Gamer's from Chicago.
What areas are you from?
Come on closer, cause
okay.
What Dirt Red Gaming? What area are you from? So Brian could kind of match up the locations.
What are the streets?
For Chicago, where you grew up in Chicago. I lived in Chicago too, man, for a little while, man. I think I told you the story, Dirt Red Gaming, when I was out there.
I was born in Bridgeport. Born in Cook County Hospital.
Oh, he said he's from Aurora, just out of Chicago.
I've been Aurora. Wayne's World, party on. Excellent.
Is that what that's from?
That's it. Smashing Pumpkins too, if I'm correct, right?
Is it, because you like Orange is Black, is it located out of Chicago, or where is it? They're in New York.
I've never been down to the Fed out there. I've been to the Federal in Seattle. Anchorage, I was up there, and Federal, I was, in Oklahoma City, the transfer station for a year. And Lexington, Kentucky, FMC. Called it a medical hospital. 2-inch.
Hey, Brother Coffee House just popped in.
Brother Coffee House.
What's up, Brother Coffee House? Just stopped in finally.
I'll take a double shot with some Baileys.
Then Rick Swain said his son is in Peoria.
Peoria?
Peoria? You familiar with that area?
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys my real quick story on Mine's is not that exciting or not that much. Phil me, what's going on? Smashing Pumpkins. He brought up Smashing Pumpkins. Yep. My quick story on Chicago is I had a friend. He ate a franchise. He passed away He passed away 2 weeks after I moved back to Colorado. He moved me out to. I went out there to record his album for him, and okay, they're talking to each other. I always thought they were talking to us.
That's okay. Sorry guys for the dead air.
Yeah. So my friend moved me out there. Hey, it's good to see you, Coffee House. I missed you, bro. I hope everything's going good out there, man. I was just on the this morning's broadcast. I talked about you. I asked you about us going on and doing the water situation down there because I really want to expand on that. So if you got free timing, man, let's get that together. I'm trying to do so many podcasts before Monday. I'm trying to get as many as I can in. But real quick, my story is EA the franchise, which he was a really good friend of mine. What did he mean by Smashing Pumpkins? What do you mean by Smashing Pumpkins?
Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corrigan. It's a Illinois-based band. You know, it's a rock band. The killer in me is a killer in you.
Don't use that. All these dang algorithms, man, jumping on us, dude. But it's all right. It's all golden.
I'm sorry.
So let me finish up the story real quick. So a friend, EA the franchise, we moved out. I moved out there to record his album for him. We recorded his full album. Real quick, funny story is we were living in the Cabrini Greens, guys. So if you guys are familiar with Chicago, and I was the only Latino in the Cabrini Greens. I really was. There was maybe a couple other ones, but they were like Puerto Rican or they were like, you know, Dominicans or something. And they spoke full Spanish. I didn't speak. Mine is like broken Spanish. It's not complete Spanish. So, Thirst for the Truth, what's going on? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You're awesome, man. Thank you for joining in with us. We're doing a live today. We're blowing it up. I got my brother, Big Breezy and Big Brian in the house. My older brother, he came to kick it with me for a little while to hang out. But let me finish the story real quick because I know we got all kinds of people jumping in now. Lolita's here. Lolita popped in.
Hi, Lolita.
Lolita, finally my daughter popped in. So I went out. My buddy told me, he said, I'm gonna have a motel for you. We're gonna have transportation. We're gonna have food for you. So I'm like, cool. I'm gonna be out there for 2 weeks, a month. I'm gonna live in Chicago, record his album, come back to Colorado, make a little money. And so I get out there, and he goes, man, you're gonna have to stay with us. And thanks, guys, for make sure you guys all go to each other's pages, support each other, smash the like buttons for each other, leave legit comments, leave hugs for everybody. Make sure you smash my like button, guys. My like button for everybody out there that supports. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short is my buddy EA, the franchise, he didn't have enough money to put me in a motel. I'm gonna leave the chat real quick so I don't get into the chat too much. He didn't have enough money to put me in a motel. He had basic money for food, which was cool. And we sat there, we recorded his whole albums, and he gave me a mat and he threw me in the corner of the room. And this is the Cabrini Greens. If you guys don't know what it is, just watch the old school movie Candyman, the old school scary movie Candyman, and that's where they filmed it. It's a scary movie. They put out like 7 of those movies, correct, or something like that. Yeah, it was. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't even realize, because that was before I went to Chicago. So anyway, there was a hole about 4 square feet leading to the basement downstairs. So every day the neighbors would wake me up and say, "Good morning, Ike. How you doing? Good morning." So that's my real quick story. But sadly, one of the best rappers out of Chicago, EA the franchise, passed away. About 2 weeks out, he was shot and killed after I left Chicago, and I was actually gonna stay longer, and I felt like if I would have stood longer,
don't forget Frankie Knuckles.
If I would have stood
house music,
if I would have stood longer and mastered his album, maybe things would have been different. Maybe they weren't. Maybe it was meant for me to come home to Colorado. I don't know. Things work out in mysterious ways. So we're gonna get back to our conversation. The reason I left the chat for a second is because I kept talking to everybody and not getting our conversation done. So I have some stuff I'm gonna read to you guys that I pulled up already on this bust in Philly, along with, I guess, JP Morgan's a part of this. And It's all kinds of information, and everybody's putting it on. Everybody's like, our president is doing this and doing that. I'll get into that later. I don't get into politics, guys. Everybody knows that about me. So I'll jump back over here so that we could, because I'm gonna be doing some sharing here for a second. Let me see what everybody says real quick. Just was saying there from Phil me says, let me see where I missed a bunch of the. I missed a bunch of the. Let me see what it says real quick. Everybody saying hello to each other. Direct J Man. Does anyone know what he meant when he said Smashing Pumpkins? I just got here when he said that. Thank you.
It's a 1990s rock group, alternative is what it would be, and they're from Illinois. I'm pretty sure it's Aurora.
Yeah, feel me. He was just bringing up that because he grew up in Chicago. And he was bringing up all these Chicago like landmarks, places.
I'm also from Colorado too.
Yeah,
I'm half and half out. I'm half out there, half out here.
I think he's more Colorado. He just don't like to admit it, guys.
Well, actually, yesterday, the other day, what's it called? I seen someone hit a rabbit. So to show him a little bit more Colorado, I pulled over and got the rabbit. It was fresh roadkill, but it wasn't squashed. They just knocked him real quick. So I got it, looked on YouTube, and then I skinned him, butchered him.
Oh, jeez. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm going to pop this off for a second. Brian, explain to everybody from Chicago where you're from real quick while I switch the computer real quick. Explain, because everybody's asking, like, what part of Chicago are you from? So
I'm from, actually, from Bridgeport is where I was born till 6 years old. And then came out here and to Colorado and Commerce City, and went to school from 6 to 17 and graduated. But through the summers, I would go out there to Illinois and from Pilsen by 2-6, Cook County Jail right there where R. Kelly was, Jesse Smollett, Anyway, I was going to say Cermak and Western on my main streets, from Cicero, Cermak and Cicero Avenue. Like I said, there's from Bridgeport, Canal Street, all them streets right there. So that's pretty much what it is, the South Side.
Give them your spots where you like to eat, man. You know how we talk.
I don't know, man. What do you guys like to eat? I like Rico Pennies, Portillo's, of course. White Castles, we got White Castle. I went and got some White Castles today. A 6-pack out here at the store they call King Supers. But that's where I went today. Because they don't have all the Italian beefs and stuff like that out here, but they finally got the Giordano's out here, and that's my favorite spot, or one of my favorite spots actually. And everything's been all right here. Like I said, man, some of my friends give me a hard time because they say, because I'm from out there, but also I like it out here too. But pretty much it just gets kind of lonely, being by yourself. As you can see, I'm kind of a big guy, and I get irritated easily, But otherwise, I've been through a rough ride. That's why our subject is today to talk about all the cocaine busts that they've been showing on the TV. JP Morgan, I was in federal prison on my second time on a violation, and Obama was in office, and I don't have nothing against him. He's from my hometown too, Chicago, but so he bailed out all the freaking banks, and we're so stupid, we accepted a $250 stimulus check, but he bailed all those people out,
I actually remember those stimulus checks that everybody was getting, man. I was like, man, that'd be so cool, man.
But see, on that, and Trump, whatever he says, so if they say he's whatever feels this way about a racist, whatever, whatever, man. Everyone gets all wet these days. I get wet too. But pretty much what it is Obama. I don't like to get in politics, so I'm just being cool, man. Obama's cool as a person. I bet he is. And Trump, I voted for Trump, finally after all my paperwork was done with prison and stuff like that in the feds. So I said, I'm going to vote for him. And I voted for Trump because he's a businessman. That's the only reason I voted for him. And he let Blagojevich go, from my hometown. And you guys want to get into stuff like that? I'm not a political guy, whatever. It's just my opinion. I was thinking that they threw Blagojevich so much federal time is because it was a black man's seat. I don't know.
I don't know. He gets into some other conversations, but we got it. We're doing.
Sorry, you want to talk about the goat?
Yeah, we're gonna finish up with the Philly bust on the cargo thing. I don't know. I kind of missed this thing, but right on for everybody who's here. Oh, the real Brooklyn. What's up, everybody? I didn't even see you. What's up? Thank you, man. I stepped away just for a second. Phil, me, you're a vegan, huh? Is that what you mean? You're a vegan?
No, I'm a virgin. I'm just kidding.
Phil, me, what do you mean by penis? And then the thirst for the truth. I know Rickon is over there with his Eagles, the Eagles. But thirst for the truth. I know I stopped watching sports too, man. What really hit me was the Broncos winning that last Super Bowl, and everybody said it was rigged. So that's one of the reasons. Yes, that's cool, man. I've been really looking into the vegan move because I'm a big guy. I'm 300 pounds, man. 6 foot, about 6'1", 300 pounds. So I'm a really big guy. So I'm really looking into that as the future goes along because I'm getting old. I'm in my 40s now, so I need to start losing a little weight. So I got some articles that I'm gonna screen share with you guys real quick. This is some information released by the mainstream. I really don't get involved in the mainstream too much because
it's controlled.
Yeah, it's controlled opposition, guys. Everybody knows that. 99.9% of the mainstream media is controlled. Everybody knows that. I know a lot of you guys here are truthers, so you guys know exactly what I'm saying about that. So I'm not going to get no more in detail about it. You know what I mean? Like as far as that goes. So because we're already on the same page. We know exactly what we're talking about as far as controlled opposition, guys. So that way I don't get caught with no algorithms. You know what I mean? Mike Hawk, what's going on? That's pretty.
What's he say?
Phil, me, do I remember talking with you on the phone? Ike Diaz. Phil, me. Man, I only, you can ask Dirt Red Gaming. I only like to talk on the phone. I don't do texting. So how if you can remind me how long is that lightning out there? Or what is that?
It's upstairs.
Oh, it's upstairs. Okay, so if you could remind me when that was and what the conversation was about, that would be totally awesome, man. Because I kind of don't remember, man. I'll be honest with you. I talk to about 10 to 15 people per day, man, about so many different topics. But it'd be really cool.
Sorry about the dead air. I'll keep it busy.
Yeah. We're working on. Yeah. So we'll get right back into it. So, Mike Hawk, don't be mean. I know. Everybody keep it cool, guys. Keep it cool. Make sure your messages.
I'm from Pilsen. I'm from the south side. I'm also from Colorado.
Let's cut back on sugars and starches right on. Hey, Dirt Red, thanks for taking care of all that for me, man. I don't know what's going on with that. You wanted to interview me that night. Phil Moore, let's talk a little more about everything, man, because I really would like I'm trying to get as many people on here as I can and do as many lives as I can to bring everybody in so we can get a different perspective from everybody in the truth movement and any kind of movement, especially the FE movement. You know what I mean? So the way the commercials farming is these days, one shouldn't eat the meat that is from them. And I'm not vegan, but I'm aware of the real horror that is behind the commercial farming. Hey, the thirst for the truth, you're correct. I watched the video yesterday. It was probably like a half-hour video, and everything from meat to eggs to chicken to anything, they were shooting with steroids, whatever. Yeah, Dirt Red, thanks, man. Take care of that for me, man. Because I can't really see all the chat. So you're a woman from MA.
Massachusetts, right?
Oh yeah, Massachusetts. I always say the name wrong.
I'm from Ma. In short, how you doing?
Yeah, she's a. Thank you, Dirt Red. Where is Oh yes, Rick Swain. Thank you, man. If you can keep up with that too, you got your ranch. Um, um, where is Just Me? Just Me never misses a broadcast. Where you at, girl? Just Me's our other mod. I know Dirt Red's here and Rick's here. I know they always take care of us. Yeah, right on, guys. I appreciate you guys taking care of us and making sure that we keep our chat clean because everybody knows I try to stay on a positive note and try to keep the conversation going. So let's get back into this.
Cocaine bus.
The Coca bus. The
Cocaine
Coca bus.
controls America.
I don't really like to talk a lot about this stuff, but federal agents seize cargo ship linked to massive cocaine bust in Philadelphia. So give me your take on that real quick.
I'm trying to be polite about it and everything. What am I take about it? Like Snoop Dogg says, we're like the youth in the 80s, man. Cocaine's coming back. Methamphetamine's no good no more.
Methamphetamine. Okay.
Like
so why
I'm a recovering addict of methamphetamine, cocaine, crack.
Yeah. And you know what? He gets, just to let everybody know, he gets on me because he knows I've never tried any drugs before. And
what I tell you.
And he gets on me. He says, "No, I better not ever," because we'll have to get in a boxing match, over it. You know what I mean? So that's something, I know a lot of you guys are my YouTube friends and family. So that's something you can respect my big brother. He always tells me, no, not to mess with anything like that. So I do respect that out of him. So finish explaining here what we're got.
Okay, well, I don't know actually what we're got. I don't know. I'm a smart mouth person, I don't talk too much when I go out to the restaurants or drink at my local watering hole or nothing like that. But anyway, I just try to keep to myself, and I guess this is a way with my brother Isaac here to just talk about things. I don't know. I mean, I know there's America. I mean, we've seen it on History Channel, on the whatever other channels that are on cable. I don't have cable. I got regular TV, So whatever, But otherwise, that we've seen it, and everyone likes to get high on something, Some people just do bad stuff, whatever. I did bad stuff in my life, whatever, I'm trying to stay off the dope because you don't want to see me on it, and it's not a joke. I gave my mind, I gave people parts of my family, my nephews. I'm trying to make up for it, but we all, I'm gonna be truthful. When I do a line of coke or whatever, when I find it from my local person that's all over America or whatever, or methamphetamine or whatever, it's all over the goddamn place. But I want a woman.
Yeah, he's on a mission for a woman.
Yeah, I don't like, just a sleep around girl or whatever. I'm looking for a good in and out. But otherwise, that enough about me. Just don't be doing dope, man. It's not. I mean, I ain't mad at the government, whatever. They sell weed or whatever, or they let them. That's cool,
So for my information, you're saying that J.P. Morgan is behind it.
This is what drugs did to me.
So what I'm saying is I was trying to read the article. There's another article right here. I was trying to read it real quick.
J.P. Morgan, I was wondering if the bailout, that's what your money's getting invested. That's every time I get charged a fee for my card.
Yeah.
I have to go out there and work and make money and do shit I don't want to do. Fuck you too.
No cussing.
You know who I'm talking to. I don't need a video.
You need a breather. He needs to take a real quick breather, guys. Give us a little smoke break for a second. Don't nobody take off. Stay in the chat. I gotta make a real quick pitch stop, guys. Politely, I know he's trying not to cuss. I'm trying to keep it mellowed down, guys, because everybody knows I don't cuss or anything. But hold on just a second, guys.
They're just trying to get feet on it.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Ike Diaz live. We're back in the house. We're gonna finish it out. We're gonna close it out. I'm gonna read a real quick article to you guys, and then Brian's gonna finish it up for his last words on how he feels about the situation. I was gonna screen share, but I'll just read it to you real quick.
I apologize about the F word.
Hey, sometimes there's an F bomb once in a while, guys, but I appreciate everybody who's in and staying. J.P. Morgan Roots dominated corporate finance on Wall Street. End of story. The thirst for the kid. Yo, Flat Earth. Oh, Flat Earth Kid, what's going on? Hey, thanks, Flat Earth Kid. Thanks for stopping by this morning too, man. That was awesome that you stopped by. I saw you stop by this morning. When I got up, I was up at like 5. I saw 5 or 6 or something. I saw you on there. But right off the, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody for stopping by. Everybody's amazing. Everybody's so cool. Thanks for smashing the like button. I got a dislike button, but I already know who it's from. And what's well, who is it?
Who's it from?
Oh, hey, I love Val the Fondue like Fortnite, and then Uzi the Great. Do you like Fortnite? Yeah, what's going on, guys? Hello to you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Dirt Red Game is the authority on the game, and he'll be back in a second. He had to go take a. He's on his way home, so feel me. If you're still listening, uh, inbox me and we'll talk a little more. I kind of don't remember our conversation, but I will once we pick it up, and then I'll go back over. If I miss some of the comments that were directed towards me, I will come back and listen to you guys. So make sure you smash that like button. We got 14 in the chat today, 14 on my phone, and we got 10 on the computer. We're doing good. We're doing good, bro. We're doing good. Everything sounds good. So let me just do this real quick article, and then my brother can finish up with his opinion on the take on this, because I don't really know a lot of the information about it. Federal agents seize cargo ship linked to massive cocaine bust in Philadelphia. Federal prosecutors in Philadelphia have seized a large container ship from a global shipping company weeks after authorities raided its cargo and found more than 35,000 pounds of coca, about 1 billion worth of drugs. Officials described the June bust of the Port of Philadelphia as the largest cocaine haul in American history. On Monday, authorities revealed the U.S. Customs and Border prosecutors obtained a search warrant to seize the container ship. MSC Gayan, which stretches 1,030 feet or about the size of 3 football fields. Bill Swain, the U.S. Attorney for the Philadelphia area, said the ship will remain in the custody of the court, but authorities did not indicate whether any action would be taken against the ship's operators. Swiss-based Mediterranean Shipping Corp, since the prosecutors are still collecting evidence in this case. When a vessel brings such an outrageous amount of deadly drugs into Philadelphia waters, my office or agency partners will pursue the most severe consequences possibly against all involved parties in order to protect our district and our country, Mick Swain said. The main thing there is to protect our country from this out of things. So they put this down as the J.P. Morgan bust. It's called the Philly bust also, but the J.P. Morgan bust, because I guess there was according to my brother, there was 3 or 4 different busts that went around, and there's like I said, I don't get into politics. Thank you all for stopping by the chat. I see more.
Well, what are they saying? My bad. Sorry for the dead air. Try to keep it going one more time.
Flat Earth Kid, could you I know what's it called? Flat Earth Kid, if you can help me out with those messages, that'd be awesome. Or Rick, because Dirt Red had to take off for a second. He said he'd be back. Guys, hey, let's keep a good conversation going. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about what happened, in the mainstream news. You know what I mean? I really don't like to talk about mainstream news, but I guess J.P. Morgan was a part of ship seized and cocaine bust owned by J.P. Morgan Chase. So it's pretty. Once it hits this media, it's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and finish it up real quick with Brother Brian. Your last thoughts on this? Because this is a good podcast, man. I think we got a lot of people in. A lot of people are enjoying it. We got a few people in that are going off center, but it's cool. We got some good. We got Rick in here. That's
What's he saying?
He's helping us out. We got Flat Earth Kid. He's here, and then Dirt Red Gamer should be back, and then just me. If you can come back in and help us out here too a little bit, because the chat's going a little wild, a little off center, kind of wild.
Well, I don't know. I'm just wondering. It's just my opinion. I'm a guy that's below the poverty level, the national poverty level, and I'm not crying about it. I get through and whatever. Food bank, it's not a problem. But I'm off drugs and pretty much, I still haven't progressed nowhere, but I blew a lot of money on dope, at least a nice house.
Yeah.
But
hey, he's working towards positive things, and that's a good thing to see. He wanted to talk about this because that was a big part of his life. So this is kind of like a testimony,
I guess. I don't know.
And your
Bible stuff, I mean, that's cool, whatever. I read it when I was in prison. But testimony, I guess, or my story or whatever. Yeah, pretty much. It's cool, I guess. Whatever you guys want to do, everyone. It's called free will. Let them loose. Let them loose. But you got to watch out. That's the reason there's government for guidelines and stuff like that to help us get along. That's what the Bible was for. But otherwise, I mean, I think it's back to the '80s, man. It's back to the '80s, and like Snoop said, once again, I'm one of the youth from the '80s.
Yeah. Rick, if you can help out with that chat right now for me, because Just Me is gone, and so is Dirt Red. That'd be awesome if you could, because I don't know what the deal is here.
Drugs may seem fun at first, and then it'll slowly catch you, and then pretty much for 3 times, fucking. Ooh, my bad. Sorry again.
Yeah, we're talking about something.
Cocaine.
Yeah, we're talking about something that happened in the mainstream media. But as far as us, and as far as my brother who's out here trying to live a positive life, move forward, and to become a better person, so and staying away from that stuff, because that stuff is bad, and we don't recommend that for anybody. That's our disclosure here. You know what I mean? So we want to make sure that everybody stays on the right path. Everybody looks to the right journey. People may, like we had even said before we went on, people may have never even heard about this and never even knew this was going on, because they hide it so much in the media, and they put these in off-brand locations. And when they do mention it, they only mention it for 10 or 15 seconds. So you're not getting a big announcement about it. It's really not gonna. But they want to bust a little kid on the corner that has a little 10 bag of weed and put him in jail. You know what I mean? But I bet you all these guys that got busted on these with this 20, what was it? How much was it?
JP Morgan said 20 tons.
20 tons.
When I was in federal, I met a guy from Guatemala. There's a lot of Guatemalans up there in SeaTac. His name was Juan. And he got busted with 2.7 tons. And I was like, that's a lot, man. But 20 tons, that's a lot of stuff, man.
Hey, Coffee House, thanks for still being here, man. And thanks for backing us up. I forgot that you were here. But thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you Phil Me, thanks for coming back. Thank you for coming back, Phil Me. And like I said, I'll send you my number. That way you could we got 16 in the chat on my phone, so that's pretty cool.
16.
Phil Me, let me see what it says over here. Because my computer, 16 watching, right on. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I got 5 thumbs down, which is pretty cool. I never get that many thumbs down. I'm all excited. Phil Me, thank you very much. And like I said, well, I got 5 thumbs down, dude.
Thumbs down like this?
Yeah, I never get that many thumbs down, dude. I'm all pumped up, dude. I'm all excited, dude. I'm like, yeah, right on, man.
Good old Siskel and Ebert, man. Rest in peace, you guys.
Yeah, so we're out here doing it. We're doing it. Like I said, I got a goal. I'm trying to do so many broadcasts by Monday. Legit podcasts that have good meaning. And we're, like I said, we're not here advocating for people to go out and do these things, but to stay away from these things. You know what I mean?
One thing that I learned from when I read in the Bible is they said moderation. And if I would have did that instead of, just saying, being a party animal and this and that, then maybe everything would be cool. And there's people that can handle a little bit of weed here, a little bit of alcohol, or a little bit of whatever,
Yeah.
Fairy dust or space and galaxy high, whatever.
DMT. No, I better not even mention that. The toad. I was watching Mike Tyson today. He said he's all about the toad.
What's that?
It's something like DMT where they scrape the something off of it, and they do. I don't know. I would never mess with it, dude. Like I don't even know why he would get involved in something like that. So man, this was pretty awesome. Like I said, my phone says 17 people, and then my computer says 11 in the chat. So I'm pretty excited. It's pretty cool. It's building up. Yeah, there's gonna be people who don't like the message or things that we send out, but We are trying, like I said, we're still here trying to make a positive message. Coffee House, let's try to get a hold of each other today. So whether it's tonight or this weekend, let's get this podcast because I've been doing a lot of research on it, and I know you have a lot of information that you could bring to the table. Is there anything else you want to wrap this up with for me, Brother Brian?
I don't know. I mean, whatever. Pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about the radio and stuff like that. So I'm trying to. When I come over to my brother's house, I like to do this once in a while, just talk. I don't like to be a smart mouth or whatever, but that's just the way it is. You know, pretty much everybody's got to hustle these days. Everybody's got to do something. So there's a lot of people out here in America that have worked really hard for what they have. I worked really hard, and I worked hard for drugs. I worked really hard for drugs to get high and everything like that. I ain't mad at the government or whatever, man.
Feel me? Thank you. That's cool. That's cool that you stood for the whole time. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. And Coffee House, thank you. Flint Artwork Walk tonight. Yeah, if you're in Flint, go out to the walk tonight. It's gonna be pretty cool. We used to go. We used to do the Denver one with my daughter when she was little because she was an artist. And people grow up. That toad thing is not like from The Simpsons. There's actually they actually take there's a whole process that they go through for it. So it's actually a pretty true thing. I thought it was a joke when it was on The Simpsons. Come to find out through Mike Tyson, which I'm going to bring up Mike Tyson later, is he has some weird things, some weird ideas. But guys, you're live at Ideas Live with my co-host Brian today. We've been wanting to do this. This is awesome. We're getting down, you know what I mean? And for the guys that gave me the thumbs down, thank you guys. I appreciate it because if you look at all my podcasts, I have like 0 thumbs down through like 50. So I'm all happy. I'm all excited. Who gets excited about thumbs downs? But anyway, shout out again. Shout out again to everybody. Coffee House. Feel me. I'm just gonna read through my phone real quick in my notes. If I miss you, Urge the Great. I got to look back at your comments. I didn't get to see. Rick, thank you for being here. You're awesome, man. You've been here at every broadcast. The Thirst for the Truth. Thank you. What's that? I don't know about all that. Thirst for the Truth. I have to look. I don't know what you're saying there. You're a big fan. Something. Ice Wello came down. So who else was here that I know? Flat Earth Kid, right on again. Thanks for backing us up through this. Sometimes they're going to come in. Hello, Nick Gers. I don't know who you are. Can you say hi to Nick Gers? But hello to you, Nick Gers.
How's it going, Nick? Les?
Yeah, that's cool. I love Bal Delphine is the one that asked us to say that, so I don't know. That's cool. I have to get to know. Fortnite, you're gonna have to get with Dirt Red Gaming because he's the one that does the Fortnite stuff. Man, right on, man. Like even though we got some deleted comments, I could tell we got some good mods that come in here and support. You guys are pretty awesome.
What up, Uncle?
You guys are pretty amazing. I'll get off of here right now. The Real Brooklyn again. Right on. What's up to you? There's Brooklyn. There's 2 different channels that I associate with that come over, and then there's also the channel Whiskey, and I mix them up. So if I mix you up, I apologize. Avante Wingate, right on for being here, right on for always supporting us, and make sure we get over to Avante's because she's still trying to build up her hours so she can get monetized.
Gracias, Avante. Besos.
Avante, but right on to everybody. Ideas Live. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are all amazing for coming to the live stream with us. This impromptu, and we did it, guys. So we get down. Let me switch it over real quick so that I don't get at the end. It always has some kind of weird thing at the end. Ideas Live with my co-host Brian tonight. We gets it in, we gets it down. This is like our 5th or 6th live stream together. So Everybody have a great day. Probably not tonight. You probably won't see me tonight. I'm trying to do a live with Coffee House, and it might be for tomorrow or Sunday or Monday. But I'm gonna try to get it done over the weekend, guys. So have a great night. Talk to y'all later. Ike Diaz live. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you check out all my broadcasts that are available, guys. You guys will be really happy with all the.
I want to give a shout out.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to my uncle.
Okay.
My uncle Gene Casillas. What's up, Uncle? We're over here doing it, doing broadcasts and stuff. We do this every once in a while. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
That's cool, Gene. Shout out to Gene. Thank you for tuning in and watching us. You're awesome, man. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty cool. Once again, thank you, everybody. If I missed your name, I will try to get back. And I want to say, what's her name? I think Lacey. Ambrosia was here last time. Lacey, make sure you get a hold of me so that we could, because we're going to be doing an interview down in Dallas. But I was trying to do a live stream with you before that, so let's get together on that. She was here with us for the whole broadcast last night for Dirt Red Gaming's milestone. Shout out to Dirt Red Gaming again. He hit a milestone, and we're just gonna keep growing, guys. So right on, guys. Have a great night. Ike Diaz live.
Everybody be careful this weekend. Be very careful. Enjoy yourselves. And
our message was to stay away from drugs. That was the reason we came on and did this, guys. Stay away from any kind of drugs, I'd even say stay away from liquor and smoking
very heavily. That's the one.
Stay away from it. Once you use it, you're using it.
It's like a Pringles or a Lay's
potato
chip. You have one, you can't have it. You have to have another.
Flat Earth Kid, what's up, man? Right on. Thank you again. Flat Earth Kid's talking about his beer, the thirst for the truth. Flat Earth Kid, see you around. See you guys. See all of you guys. Thank you again, Rick. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Gracias, Rick.
Thank you all. You guys are all amazing. Talk to you soon. Ike Diaz live.